Hello, folks. I've been asked to do my 5 players I would pick for Spurs from the Canadian national team. This is a fun one to do. Obviously, Canada in the World Cup for the first time in 36 years, I believe it is, which is an insane stat. But a team that is very well coached, playing great football right now, beating the likes of the U.S. and Mexico on their own soil. 2 teams that are considered to be, top of the CONCACAF, which is the division that Canada plays out of in this part of the world. So interesting one. It's a tough one to pick players, whether they would replace the players or whether they would be players that would fit into the squad. So I'm going to go with the squad because I do think that some of the players would get into the first team, but would struggle. And then some teams, some players would be squad players, but good squad players. And I think squad players that, if we are going to be a good squad as at Spurs, then we need to have these types of players in the squad. So I'm going to start with Milan Borjan, who is our keeper. His record recently, especially in this run up to get into the World Cup, has been absolutely stellar. He's a goalie for Red Star Belgrade and it's in the Superliga club in Serbia. So he's playing in Europe, not at the highest level, obviously, but I do think just from a depth perspective, he'd be a fantastic keeper to have there. He's probably better than our number 2, our current number 2 or number 3. And I think with his experience and his current front form, he'd be wonderful to have in there as a 5th player. My next choice is going to be Jonathan Osorio. Currently plays for my local club, Toronto FC, who I'm representing on the shirt today. Jonathan Osorio is a midfielder, similar to what you would see from Harry Winks, but maybe a little bit more like Bentancur as far as his ability to transition and get the ball forward. Again, probably a squad player. I would replace Harry Winks with Jonathan Osorio. I think Osorio is just a bit smarter with the ball and is a lot more progressive with the ball as well, which is what you'd want to see from a player that's going to play in that position. So for me, midfielder for TFC. He's had a good run with Canada. Obviously, he's played most of the games leading up to the qualification as well. Had some scored some very big goals here at BMO Field for Canada to get us over the line. And he's a leader. I think he's about 26, 27. So he's kind of coming into his prime at the moment, and a good player, good young player, and somebody I'd like to see at Spurs as well. I'm going to save the best for last, and of course, the next 2 are both forwards. Now, this is again a depth scenario. It's hard to put any player from any national team in with the forwards that we have. We have one of the best front three that you can have, but I'm going to start with Kyle Larin. Kyle Larin plays for Besiktas in Turkey. They won the Turkish Cup in 2022. Scored 24 goals, I believe, in that run. Absolutely fantastic right now. He has the most goals for Canada in Canada's national history, which he just broke recently. Fantastic player. Really just knows where the net is. Has a great finish on him. Very, very clever. Makes a lot of runs in behind. So again, another depth choice, but a player that would be really, really solid in any one of the front 3. Probably more so on the right side of the 3 if we're playing a 3-4-3 in the system we're in right now. My next pick would be Jonathan David, who has been absolutely fantastic. He's been at Lille this season or last season, who won Liga. Scored, I believe it was 18 goals, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic player, playing really, really top form at the moment in Europe at the highest level. For me, this is a player who would or could fill in for Harry Kane if he got injured, has the ability to find the back of the net, scoring a lot of goals, scoring good goals, scoring goals that you'd expect to see at the highest level. So I think he comes in as a player who would get first team time and would have an effect on pushing some of the other players in those positions to a higher level, which is what we need when it comes to depth. Now, the final and most obvious 5th player that I'm going to pick here is in the position that we need it the most, and that is Alphonso Davies, or as we know him as Fonzie. This kid has been absolutely fantastic for Bayern Munich. 2 seasons ago, got into team of the season at left wing back. Has won a Champions League with Bayern. Has won the league with Bayern. Has basically kind of done it all. Alphonso Davies, also with Canada, has played up front. Has been able to play a forward role or winger role, or even like in that sunny left side of a 3. He's got both feet. He can run. He's very quick. This player in a left wing back role under Conte would be absolutely fantastic. He would be in the team immediately, better than anybody we have in that position in the team right now. So Alphonso Davies, top of the list. And so, yeah, that's my 5 that I would have from the Canadian national team. I would also like to point out as well, John Herdman, the coach for Canada, has been absolutely fantastic. He's a coach that I think at some point will go to a higher level than just Canada's national team, unless he just likes to stay there. But he's worked wonders with Canada and in our national team. So fantastic coach, and good to see us back in the World Cup. So thanks for watching, and thanks for having me. Cheers.